Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be doing something that's hopefully going to turn into a series. I have recently started taking up learning how to play the bass guitar, and I decided to share my journey with you. This video was recorded about like a week after my first getting to learn the guitar. I've just been struggling to find some time to record, and I wanted to record before I really got too into it. But recently my school has started a hybrid learning model sort of schedule where the students are split into two different groups depending on last name, and each day a different group is in the school. So one day, I'm in the red group, and I will go in one day. Just the next day I have free to do homework and all sorts of stuff. Then the next day I go in, and so on and so forth, and it varies who does what day, depending on the week. But yeah, it's just very complicated, and I really hate it. But I've actually found some time to record thanks to this, just to show how I just got started, and how just how I've been learning so far, and hopefully I'll be able to record some more once I get further into, different things, such as jazz band, which is the original reason why I started learning the bass, and then just playing different songs and all sorts of things. And I do hope and plan on trying to get myself a bass guitar. The bass guitar that I'm using right now, and the amp and everything with it, is the school's bass guitar. The school district that I'm in, it has two different bass guitars, but one of them is at the middle school, and then I have the other one that belongs to the high school. I mean, they both belong to the high school, but the middle school band teacher does have a jazz band too, so he used it too. So yeah, now without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, when I first get started, I just have the bass guitar there. I have my music. I do have a small little amp that I do plug in whenever I use this, just because it gives me more of a definite if I'm playing the right notes or anything. And hopefully you can hear. I was just testing out, see if it's working, if I have it plugged in and everything. And this packet that I have right here, this is a packet that my band teacher gave me to learn. It is, of course, a beginner's course. It has all of the frets, as they're called, instead of like regular instruments, like horns, wind instruments, you have fingerings. With the guitars, you have frets, and each fret has a different note, whether that's a regular natural note, a sharp, or flat. All depends on which fret you use. And then there are a couple. The four strings happen to be oh, I show it again. Oh wow. But the four strings happen to be the main four notes in the bass scale. And okay, here, I'm just gonna get to that in a second, but here you can see the different parts of the guitar. We have the head, the neck, the bass piece, strap, all that, so that way you know what to do. Then it has a bit more detail into about frets and different knobs and stuff that are on the bass. in the picture it has 2 different little knobs. Mine that I'm using has 3. Then it also shows the different strings. Now, the first string that you learn is the string that's closest to you. That is the E string. Then the one after that is the A string. The next string is D, and then the final string, which is on the bottom, is the G string. And now it goes from low to high, and the highest string is G, and then the lowest string is E, and the E happens to be the lowest note. With G, it's not necessarily the highest note. There are some higher notes that you can play depending on which fret. Now, when you do use a fret, the closer you get to the actual bass of the guitar, the higher the sound will be, and it just goes up the scale until you get back to the original note or fret. So here you can see me just fingering along. I have a fret sort of cheat sheet. I've written on it I've written the notes and stuff that are on the scale for the different frets, just so it makes it easier for me to learn. Just with jazz band, it's just easier for me to go through and learn and figure out notes if I have that readily available, because I did have a second paper that had the scales on them, but it's very hard to figure out the notes, frets, and everything for that when you're playing a new piece of music. But I'm just fingering along playing, and here you can just see me demonstrating how to actually play the instrument. I rest my hand on the little bar thing underneath the strings. I rest my thumb there, and then with my other fingers I just strum along, gently like pluck them or like stroke them, or however you want to do it. Then these are a couple of exercises that I have in the book. They are just how to play, how to silence, just going through the motions. It's real beginner stuff, and yeah. And as you can see, it's just real repetitive. You want to just practice that a couple of times before you go on. Like I've said at the beginning of this video, I have been playing this for a little over a week at this point, but I'm still learning and memorizing everything, so it just takes a while. The next page, I believe, is the I'll actually show it here in a second. Okay, that's obviously unimportant. Okay, here is the basic frets. This is where it just starts talking about it. That is for the A string. It has all the natural notes, and in between the natural notes are the sharp notes, or aka flats, depending on which note you're trying to play. Okay, so this is actually just me playing through the notes. It's just real simple, and then I'm going to just count off the different frets. There are 12 frets in total that are on this sheet. It's just easier to learn that way, then that is the page with all of the frets for all of the strings, and I'm just gonna play through some of them. I start by playing most of them for E and A, but then I realized like halfway through that it's just taking up too much time and it's just not worth it. And it goes from E to E on the E string, and A to A on the A string, and yeah, I will maybe in another video show all the different notes and stuff that are on each fret for each string. It's just, this one is just learning what to do and stuff like that. Oh, apparently I do all the strings. So here I'm just turning the page and it has all of the flats and stuff there. Now this is just an exercise to get you learning the frets. This is the E fret, and this is where you learn the about three different frets: the 3rd fret, the 5th fret, and the 7th fret, which is G, A, and B. And you just play that in the pattern that's on the piece of paper. It's just to help you memorize, and once you memorize that, it's easier to learn all of the different notes and frets. It just makes it easier, and you just play back and forth, and it just makes it easier. Here I am doing the A string fret exercise, which is basically the same thing as the E string. I'm just playing the 3rd, 5th, and 7th frets, which is C, D, and E in the pattern that is shown. I'm not doing the entire thing on this exercise, just because it just gets repetitive. You guys listening to me play the different stuff. Hopefully you are able to listen to this, but it just gets repetitive, very, very repetitive. So here I am just doing the next exercise. I'm not sure if I'm showing you guys, but this is the a combined exercise with the A and the E string. Basically the same as the other two exercises, where you finger the frets, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th frets, but only you use 2 different strings. And yeah, it's just going between the different notes, just to get quick reaction times. So yeah. Here we go into another exercise. This one is basically figuring notes out and how to hold your fingers when on the frets. It actually says on there, it has a number for the different notes, and you do have to switch between your 1st finger and your 4th finger for the different notes. And you can see me struggling. I'm just trying to play through it, trying to memorize the notes while I do it, just switching between them. And it is just a simple rhythm, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. I think it's actually 1, 2, and 1, 2, or something like that. I do not know at the moment, but it's just a very, very simple exercise, just to try to get you moving your fingers between different notes, different strings, different frets. And obviously my dad had to come through at that moment, but I don't blame him. And you can see these are the different fingers that I am trying to show you guys, that I am using in the different exercises. The first exercise, you use the 1st and 4th, and then the 3rd one that I've obviously failed at showing you guys is the 1st and 3rd. And it's basically the same notes, just different fingers that you are using to hold down the frets. And it's just same rhythm, same notes, everything, just different fingers. And it's pretty simple. Yeah, I'm doing a horrible job at showing you guys. And then I think this is it for the video. Yeah, it's just a bunch of different exercises at this point. So, yeah, this is the end of the video. This is just a very, very simple, a couple of exercises that I am doing, just real simple, just to get to know the instrument. By now I actually have 2 jazz band lessons, and I mean practices, not lessons, and so far they've been going pretty well. After the video, the clip that I recorded, I actually practiced one of the songs that I was given, that the entire band was given, and it was just a real simple me writing in notes and then me playing it slowly and fingering the notes. Then hopefully I can get it to the right rhythm. It's just me learning the notes in the rhythm and then hopefully up the speed. So yeah, I am going to, maybe in another week or so, hopefully not too long, I'm going to show you my progress that I've made. Hopefully I am able to play the song in rhythm. And I will show you how I learn a song on this instrument. Since it's a new instrument, unlike my other instrument that I play, which is the flute, I know all the fingerings, aka most of them. So sight reading a new piece of music is very easy, but with a new instrument like the bass guitar, it's much harder because I don't know the fingerings quite yet. But hopefully by the time the next video comes out, I do know most, if not all, of the fingerings. And at this point, it's okay if I get some of them wrong, but hopefully before we actually play, I know the song pretty well, that I don't miss many notes, if at all. So yeah, have a good time, be safe, and hopefully you guys aren't in another lockdown like I might be in the next few days. So bye.